What the? Turn on the lights. Turn off the lights! Hold on. What is that? Oh, there's another letter. Dear Mr. Amp. Oh, this guy again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, see the number 7 best and worst movies based off of an animated series video. Anyway, dear Mr. Amp, we feel that you are not connecting with mothers as much as you should. What? My videos aren't appealing to anyone! So we put up a picture of your mom as the video's background to make it more appealing to that demographic? Okay, I guess I should explain. I am a changeling from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. My real form is this, but for my non-pony videos, my avatars reflect the decade of the show that I am talking about. With that said, Chrysalis isn't even my mom. My mom is a tree. It's also my dad. I wish I was lying about that. Read the comics. I guess I'll keep it up if that's what it takes to please the moms. I wonder if I'm too eager to please my audience. Cue the intro already. Transition. With Animaniacs leaving the network, Fox Kids was constantly looking for a comedy series that would be as memorable as that series. While they tried with Casper, Casper could be at times annoying. The Tick was appealing to the wrong audience, and Eek was pretty much over by the time 1997 came around. So Fox Kids brought over not one, not two, but 5 comedy series for the 97-98 season, hoping they would strike gold. How did they do? Well, they did better than the comedy series they introduced for the 98-99 season. Yeesh! Well, with the exception of Woody Woodpecker. I'm not sure if that series actually generated an audience, or Fox dumped too much money into the series to let it die. As I mentioned before, this was the year Fox Kids tried to emulate Nickelodeon by producing edgier content, such as Space Goofs. So for another comedy series, they went with another pre-existing independent comic series, like The Tick and Ninja Turtles. The result was an over-the-top, ahead-of-its-time buddy cop show. With that said, I'm Toon Amp, I'm tuned up, and this is the history of Fox Kids. Sam and Max, Freelance Police. Now, if you want to talk about a mess, then we have to talk about how poorly Sam & Max Freelance Police was handled by Fox Kids. The show premiered on October 4th, 1997 at the 10:30 a.m. time slot. It fit comfortably between Fox Kids' most popular series, Life with Louie and Goosebumps, for 6 weeks. Then it was pulled from the lineup. Fox rearranged the schedule and put Space Goofs in Sam & Max's place and added another episode of Goosebumps. But they did show a special Christmas episode in December, because this was probably the only chance to air the Christmas episode during Christmas, I guess. However, Fox Kids didn't give up on the series. They moved Sam & Max to Friday afternoons along with Casper, Power Rangers in Space, and Ninja Turtles The Next Mutation. This lasted for a month. Well, 2 months anyway. Then Sam & Max was moved back to Saturday mornings, where it pretty much stayed until close to the end of the season, until it was taken off the air completely. So, what went wrong? Well, one Saturday morning shouldn't have been an issue, since it was up against either Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show, or the second season of the Jungle Cubs. I'm sorry. The Jungle Cubs went from meh to unwatchable when they traded out their entire cast for the second season. But then again, kids might have stayed on ABC to watch Jungle Cubs after one Saturday morning was over. But Sam & Max was also up against Pinky and the Brain on Kids WB. That was the most likely culprit. Pinky and the Brain were established. Sam & Max were kind of established. I say that because Sam & Max have been around in comics since 1987, 10 years before the Fox Kids series. Then in 1993, Sam & Max had a video game. Sam & Max Hit the Road. The latest Sam & Max video game was released in 2010, The Devil's Playhouse. So even after the series was canceled, Sam and Max is still around.
You know, Max, these supervillains really know how to dress.
It takes a special kind of criminal sociopath to carry off a maroon velvet cape.
And now, we would like you to put your hands together for Tunamp Trivia. Next time on the History of Fox Kids, we have Beetleborgs Metallics. I'm not even trying to hide it this time. But do you know what the Beetleborgs series is called in Japan? Find out after this.
You know, Sam, Christmas with your granny has never been better. Each year I wish it would get better, but it never does.
As far as the show is concerned, I rather enjoy it. It was ahead of its time. It was almost exactly like Uncle Grandpa, but had likable characters, unlike Uncle Grandpa. But that is also a problem. Both Sam and Max and Uncle Grandpa are too overconfident. And Max is too overpowered. If anyone could take Superman down in death battle, it would be Max. Or Deadpool. Or, you know what, I'm not going to headcanon the thing. There is a time and place for everything. Except for game and cartoon theories. Because those are pretty much useless. And reaction videos. There's no real suspense in Sam and Max because they are unaffected by their situations. Sam is calm and collected all the time, while Max is excited and over the top all the time. They know they're going to make it through the situations they are put in. But then again, so were Animaniacs. But Animaniacs wasn't an action-adventure comedy series. Animaniacs was just a comedy series, which could be part of the problem with the series. While it's funny and entertaining, it's just, you're not invested in the characters as much as you are with Yakko, Wacko, and Dot.
They laughed at me at the academy. They laughed at me at the institute.
He must have been a lot funnier then.
Do you know what the Beetleborgs series is called in Japan? In Japan, Beetleborgs is known as the Metal Hero series, which aired from 1982 to 1998. We'll explore that more next time.
Will the criminal element never tire of invading our inner sanctum?
Gee, I hope not.
We also have to talk about the dialogue. Here are some examples.
It was someone not unlike the commissioner with all the intolerant intones of the commissioner who sounded remarkably like the geek and therefore could very well have been the geek.
You have a long black hair growing right out of your nose.
The drama's done. The seas are safe once again for giant multinational fishing fleets to cast their drift nets with reckless abandon.
We return victorious! I can see my face in it!
You know, Chief, you don't need any help from cosmic bric-a-brac to evolve. Just exercise your burgeoning ability for logic and reason.
And always wear these!
Conqueror of death. Tuppen says this reanimating alchemist can put the fluff back in your duff in two shapes of a lagomorph.
Don't say it, Sam! Just don't say it!
Keep in mind, this is a kid's show. So what does it say when the dialogue tends to be over an adult's heads a lot of times? I know they wanted to sound smart, but you are seriously in danger of losing your audience if they can't understand what you are saying. At times I was flashing back to watching an episode of Bill and Ted. Except, this was good. And then we get to the visuals of Sam and Max. They range from normal weird to the max. It's a sensory overload. It's kind of the reason why shows like Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat to Uncle Grandpa don't do that well. Kids just zone out. However, as weird as it is, the animation is spectacular. Even for the 1990s. This was good stuff. Too bad the show only lasted for 13 episodes. I enjoyed the show, but sometimes it being so over the top makes me want to check out after 1 or 2 episodes. Again, the show is ahead of its time. Would it do well nowadays? With kids? Not with that dialogue. With adults? It might actually do well on Adult Swim. Right up there with Rick and Morty. Also, the animation is too detailed for this generation. Well, maybe not Disney. Like I said, Sam and Max lasted 1 season with 13 episodes. And Fox tried to make it work. It's actually interesting to watch which shows Fox Kids prioritized over, and which ones they didn't. And then there was a show that was very popular, but Fox Kids had to stop making it because, oh, You'll see. You'll all see!
Oh! We gotta stop them. They're not actors.
Well, I admit they lack the theatrical chops of a Mr. Bob Saget.
So that's our video. If you liked it, please hit the like and subscribe button. Also ring that bell for any future videos that I publish. You can find me on Facebook under Tunamp Art and Entertainment. Find me on Twitter under Tunamp Reviews. Find me on Tumblr and DeviantArt under Tunamp. Or support me on Patreon under Tunamp. First the puppies and now this thing. I think someone is messing with me. What's next? They try to make me more edgier? Hi, I swear a lot. You're so funny, guys.
Want to come and live in our basement? Devote the rest of your life to fighting crime?
Okay.